Hi everybody, welcome back to another Guitar in the Real World. This week I have a bit of Pat Metheny. You will have just heard me playing through the first section of the solo from Better Days Ahead, which appears on the Road to You album, which was released in 1993. So there's a live version. I played the solo actually slightly under the tempo that it features on the album. I think it's more at the sort of studio recording tempo. Either way, it doesn't really matter. All the musical content is the same, no matter how you break it down. Anyway, I wanted to look at this solo today because I felt it was worth looking at ways to tackle changes playing using a more diatonic approach. And of course, what I mean by diatonic, well, I'm talking about playing through changes using the concept of dealing with the scale that the chords are in, rather than the more traditional bebop approach where you highlight the chord tones using arpeggios and patterns like that. Now, for 1 minute, I'm not saying you shouldn't play harmonically descriptively, but sometimes as a nice contrast to playing harmonically descriptively, and also to enable a slightly more melodic approach to soloing, you can use the diatonic approach. And Pat Metheny is one of the masters of diatonic soloing. I mean, he can play through the changes like the best of them. There's no doubt about his ability in that department. So anyway, this solo goes through a lot of changes. Actually, it's really quite a nifty little chord sequence. So I'll go through the section that I played through at the beginning of the video, just to sort of dissect a little bit how he's probably thinking. So at the beginning of the solo, it goes from an E over F sharp down to a B major seventh. So it's kind of like he's in B, and then he goes down to an A9 sus4, which is like the dominant for the key of D, which is where we're going. So already we've got a lot of key changing going on here. But Pat chooses to play very scalically and very diatonically, and it works lovely. I mean, it's really melodic. So what he plays in this over the first two chord changes are those are your chords. He plays 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's going through all of those changes. Yeah, the first line is basically kind of B major, as we are in B major. Then when it goes to the A9 sus4 chord, you very much go into the key of D major, which takes us melodically through that D major 7th to A flat 7 sharp 11 thing, which of course is a very common substitution. We're in D, but we're about to go to G, so instead of playing D major 7th to D 7th, he substitutes a D 7th and puts in the A flat 7 sharp 5, sharp 4, sorry, sharp 11, however you choose to spell it. So what he plays is all scalic. I'll play that again. Scalic as you like that, and then we get the next phrases. Now there's a 2 4 bar and 3 4 bars in there as well, if you choose to divide it up that way. Otherwise it's just got pushes across the bar lines. So that beginning of that phrase, when it's on a G major 7th, okay, little scale fragments there, and over the sort of E minor 7th to F sharp minor 7th, he's kind of playing as though he's in B natural minor, which is D major, and also when he gets into the B minor 7th, he climbs up into a nice C, which is when the chords change to A minor 7th, little 2 2-5-1 and then a chromatic move 2-5-1. So he literally repeats that phrase, little sequence there, but two little scalic motifs that really work quite well. You know, you can move in the side step with the chord changes. So we're now into G flat, new key, and he plays this little run, 1, 2. Then we go, because in the second bar of this, he's gone from the G flat major 7th with that run up, and then we go to F sharp half diminished, B7 sharp 5. So it's a minor 2-5 to get to the E flat major 7th, E flat minor 7th, sorry, A flat 13th. There's so many changes, it's almost too numerous for me to go through each one in turn. But what is worthy of note is the way that throughout here he is just sticking to scale-like lines and kind of highlighting all kinds of notes that belong to the scale. I mean, there is chord tones basically, but it could be the root, the 5th, the 3rd, the 7th, and he's landing on them really strongly, even though he's taking this very scalic approach. Nothing he plays sounds like it's been played by somebody who doesn't know how to play through changes, put it that way. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play through the next section from that. I'll go from the G flat major 7th, and then just nice and slowly, and we can put the chords over the top. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. From that point on, there's this little chromatic-y over a pedal, and he kind of outlines the arpeggios of those. And then we get another 2-5-1. So that's over. So again, managing to play really scalic lines that highlight the harmony. I mean, this one you've got that little sort of 2-5-y movement. So on the E flat minor you get almost like a G flat major pentatonic, A flat 13th. So it goes the major 3rd root, flat 3rd, and he's already sort of outlining the fact that we're going to go to A flat minor 7th. And so on, we're back into the beginning of the next section basically. So I think it's worth just maybe learning the lines and then seeing how they fit over that chord sequence, because it's a very busy chord sequence. What I'll do is I'll play the whole thing now slowly. 1, 2, 3. Back to the top of the form, essentially. Okay, I hope that was a good lesson for you all, and I will see you very soon with another one. Cheers.